Hello, welcome to La Excellence. Our first issue is Taliban assert control over Afghanistan. From 1979 to 1989, USSR tried to control Afghanistan. Mujahideen forces supported by USA and other countries, they tried to fight against the USSR. In 1989, USSR left Afghanistan. After that, in Afghanistan, there's a titular government that was formed. There was no stability. Civil war started in Afghanistan. In 1996, Taliban took over the control of Afghanistan and they imposed strict Sharia rule. Women rights violations have happened. This is how it was happening. But parallelly, on the north side, because Talibans are stronger in the south and eastern side. So, parallelly in the north side, Northern Alliance, as an opposition to Taliban, they ruled certain area. In 2001, Al Qaeda bombings have happened on USA. So, USA, along with other NATO countries, they declared war on Afghanistan. In 2020, USA and Taliban made a deal which is known as Doha Agreement or Doha Deal. Under this, USA has promised the exit, Taliban has promised the peace process. Now, that is in 2021, Taliban took control over large parts of the country, which is not in the spirit of Doha deal. They have taken the control over it, and the situation is starkly different as compared to 1996. In 1996, the condition is comparatively different as compared to 2021. At least the titular government was there at the time. Now it is also not there. The government is comparatively stronger, at least in the Northern Alliance. Now it is not there at all. So that's how both the conditions are different, and now the country is in the worst shape as compared to 1996. Next issue is fuel taxes. Finance Minister has said that oil price hike has happened due to the repayment of principal and interest on oil bonds. Oil bonds are fixed term bonds which are issued by the government of India to the oil marketing companies. Instead of providing them the direct subsidies for reducing the oil prices, they have given the oil bonds, and they said for the long term, that is in 20 to 15 years time, they will provide the interest on these oil bonds which will offset the losses due to the subsidies. So oil bonds are issued, but there is a flaw in this argument, that is, yes, oil bonds, they cost the repayment and principal, but overall excise duty on petroleum products, out of that only 4.5% goes for this interest payment. So in this context, government saying that because of oil bonds the oil prices are high, there is no merit in that argument. Next issue is Tribunal Reforms Bill 2021. Recently, Supreme Court has challenged the government's argument, and it has asked the government to produce the material to show why the government has introduced Tribunal Reforms Bill, which is trying to abolish the 9 appellate tribunals, and it also has provisions under the Tribunals Ordinance, which was struck down by the Supreme Court. So now the Supreme Court has asked to give the explanation. See, Supreme Court did not ask why are you passing a law, because that's in the legislature's purview. But Supreme Court is asking the material. What is the basis through which you are introducing this bill? Supreme Court can ask the basis, but not the power of passing the law. Next one is Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2021. Recently, new rules are proposed by Ministry of Environment. Under these new rules, manufacture, sale and use of single-use goods, single-use plastics made up of plastic, polystyrene, expanded polystyrene. So these are to be prohibited from 2022. Others such as carry bags, etc. So they must be at least 75 microns thick from 2021 and 120 microns thick from December 2022. As of now, 50 microns, the size of the plastic covers are of 50 microns thickness. The government wants to increase it to 75 and then to 120 microns. Why? What is the significance of increase in the thickness? If there is increase in the thickness, they can be recycled and reprocessed. If they are of less than 50 microns, they cannot be recycled. That is the reason. 34 lakh tons of plastic waste is generated in India every year. So out of which 60% is recycled. To increase the recyclability of plastic cars, single-use plastics needs to be phased out, and which are essential. There are certain essential plastics which we cannot eliminate. So with regard to them, we need to increase the thickness and we need to promote the alternatives like bioplastics. Next issue is third party funding. Third party funding in arbitration. Arbitration means, let's say, two companies come for the arbitration. In that context, third party funding, which is also known as litigation funding. So in this unrelated party to both the disputed companies, they can, with them the money is placed. So this can improve the access to justice because this leads to less delay. Both the parties have to deposit certain money, so they both will hasten the process. So that way arbitration would be more efficient. Third party funding is related to arbitration. Next, let us understand the editorials. The message from IPCC report. IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This is a group of various experts. They don't conduct the research. They take the research papers, they take the research conducted by various experts and organizations, they collaborate the information, they combine the information, they submit the report. They recently submitted 6th assessment report, 6th AR. The report's name is Climate Change 2021, the Physical Science Basis. So this particular report has one major scientific advance, that is, they used multiple lines of evidence. That is, precise technical methods are used. They used multiple evidences from multiple viewpoints. So they removed the uncertainties. Climate predictions from various models. We approach one model, it might have errors and uncertainties. If we approach multiple models simultaneously and then compare them, it can lead to better conclusions. In this context, climate sensitivity of the research or climate sensitivity of the evidence increased. Now, according to this particular report, it is said that the goal of limiting the increase in the temperatures at 2 degrees or if possible at 1.5 degrees by 2000 cannot be achieved at the present rate. Now, climate change is predominantly man-made. In this context, in this climate modeling, India has also joined. That's why India's contribution is there in climate modeling in publishing this particular report. Now, according to this report, the way forward to deal with climate change is 1. To define the cumulative emission targets, keeping in mind the equity and historical considerations. Immediate emission reductions should be there. Phase out of fossil fuels, that needs to be there. Massive investment in new technologies and deployment of new technologies, mobilization of climate finance, these things needs to be there. Then only we can address the climate change and the associated extreme events. Next issue is USA-Pakistan ties and Afghanistan crisis. Pakistan acted as a sanctuary to the Taliban. It acted as a sanctuary even during 1990s to the Mujahideen forces in 1980s too. That is one of the reasons why USSR could not completely take over this particular group. Now also, for Taliban, it is acting as a sanctuary. In this context, that's one of the reasons why USA is distancing itself. Recently, Pakistan also said that we have alternatives. It clearly said that we have other options too. If USA is not willing to talk to us, we have other options too. That means it is indirectly referring to China. So this might further distance the Pakistan and USA. Next issue is young demography and opportunity. According to various studies, by 2022-23, the median age of Indian would be 28 years, in contrast to 37 in China, 45 in West Europe, more than 40 in Japan. In this context, India's non-working population would be less as compared to working population. This can lead to demographic opportunity. See, population directly won't lead to demographic dividend. Population gives us the window. Population gives us the opportunity. How better qualified our people are in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of skill. They now turns the demography into demographic dividend. So this requires increasing investment in the human development, increase in the investment of the standards of living. These are the articles. Thank you very much. All the very best.